Michigan Magazine has been on the road since 1989, putting well over 1 million miles on our vehicles. 90% of those have been Michigan back roads, exploring the unexplored, discovering the undiscovered, the true artists and craftspeople, from the outstanding and nationally renowned to the quiet, unsung heroes, carving out their own unique niche, doing what they love, a love readily expressed and recognized in their works. We usually find these artists deep in the Michigan rural areas, surrounded by the inspiring forests and seclusion. Today we find ourselves in a beautifully wooded area just off M30, south of West Branch and north of Gladwin. Well, in this edition of Michigan Magazine, we're in the wilderness of northern Michigan, near Ogemaw County and Gladwin County with Gregory Madden. Gregory, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Barry.
And what we have here is a wood carver, a creator of things out of the woods of pretty much Michigan wood, or do you kind of go out of state every once in a while?
Yeah, some of the driftwood, was given to me, and and some I buy at the local hardware store.
So you do actually carve with?
Usually a rotary tool.
Oh, rotary tool. Yeah. Okay. So you've been doing this for how long now?
Since probably about 95.
95. What got you into it? How did you start?
You remember Dean's store across from Rifle River?
Sure, yes.
Yeah, I seen him carving, and I think then he was using a dental tool.
Oh, okay.
Back, before they had the rotary tools.
Okay.
And ever since then, I was wanting to get into something like that.
Yeah. It's kind of a love that you've developed here.
Yeah.
You see that you are an outdoor enthusiast, but you also, not only the wood, I see you do some antler work too. Tell us a little bit about that, how you got into that.
Yeah, the first thing I carved, it was a small eagle, and I seen it, it looked kind of like ivory, and I like stuff like that. Tribal carvings, any type of carvings, But, once I did that, I just, really loved it and just kept with it. I kind of like, mythical things, whimsical, and, the dragon here, these are actually just regular bone. I'm not sure if it's cow or not, but, I kind of burnt it to get that look, and, and these are just natural antler shapes. And I used them, I thought, those would look like, wings. So.
Right. Is that a common white-tailed deer antler?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these are pretty much all whitetail, except the Jesus here, this one was a mule deer. I like that, the story, I'm kind of religious anyway, but yeah, I think this was the second piece I ever did. And
how many pieces are involved in that? There's more than one piece, right?
yeah, it's just the driftwood. This is whitetail, the Mary, and the Jesus is mule deer. This is birch. Here, I'm not sure what the driftwood is. It may be a pine.
Any idea how long a piece takes you? It varies, of course.
Oh,
probably a common question.
This was well over 300 hours.
Really, this one here?
Yeah, and I mean, you got to figure out how you're going to mount everything. It's got screws, and I try to make everything, where it's hidden and where it's, as sturdy as it can be. It still is fragile. Okay. But
go ahead.
This scene here, I guess I kind of just went off the base of antlers as the theme, and I got the ideal for the acorns, and, because I wasn't sure what I was going to make the fairy, what kind of pose I was going to put her in. But then I thought, acorn fairy, that would be cool. Okay. And then the mushrooms, it's just made up. They're my version, and then the flowers, I call them deer flowers.
What are the flowers made out of?
This is bone, and the rest is antler, and I use the bases, pretty much to make the cups. And the hummingbird is all whitetail, and there's horn here from the bull, and then I got turquoise eyes. Yeah, this one, I just decided to put some morels on it, and I kind of tried to make the flower look like it was growing out from under the driftwood. And this one also has a horn, is the beak. I look at the antler and I just try to figure out, what could come from them, pretty much,
So you kind of look at what you find and decide what that's going to be, or do you have something in mind and then go hunting for that piece? Or is it a combination?
Yeah, it's, you kind of sit around and, you know, think of what you can do with each piece, because, you know, they're pretty small as it is, you know, and you can only do so much. But yeah, this one again, this may be pine, I'm not sure. This was given to me, and I use that for the base, but this is Blue Beech here. In both the Mary and Jesus, they're whitetail. Oh, this is my mushroom stick here I made. You know, I put a knife on it, and a compass, and then I got the morel up here is a mushroom brush.
I see your brother is also rather artistic also when it comes to...
Oh, yeah, that...
This is a stick of his? Right?
Yeah, this is the first thing he ever carved.
Incorporating antlers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I told him, you know, that would look good in it, and you got this picture out of a magazine. I'm not sure where the place is, but he seen that and decided to carve that, and it turned out really well.
Yeah, how about the longbow? That's one of your creations, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm, you know, just started. That's the second one, and I think my third one's going to be right.
You had that one out in the field yet?
No, just I practiced with it a little bit.
Did you do the quiver too?
Yeah, the quiver I made, it's red oak, and this is walnut here. Okay. Yeah, this pipe's made of maple here. His pipe is made of bone. And then I made the stand for it, and that's deer antler there with a little stone. And the mouthpiece here, it's made of deer antler. And I even made the fitting, you know, so you can clean it and everything. But yeah, I was doing this in the 90s, early 90s, and you know, I thought maybe the deer skull would make a nice stand for those. Yeah, these blades here were just ordered, and I put the handles on them and made the sheaths for them. And you know, I incorporated brass and leather, and like the button here is made of deer antler and turquoise. This wood here is Blue Beech, and this one's walnut. And then as you can see, I put, you know, rattlesnake skin on them.
Do you have any other ultimate carving that you'd eventually like to do, or do you have any dreams?
Yeah, you know, I'd like to do some bigger pieces, and I mean, probably different materials.
Do you know how big, life size?
Yeah, I could go any, probably.
Yeah. Well, you've got quite the collection here, and this is just a sampling. I mean, there's probably a lot out there that you just couldn't get a hold of to show us. I mean, people have gotten a lot of your stuff.
Yeah, I've given a lot of things away. Yeah.
Well, we'd like to thank you, Gregory, for taking time of your day and your artistry to share with Michigan Magazine, and we wish you the best of luck.
Well, thank you very much.
It's always a pleasure and quite the honor to be able to sit and visit with Michigan's unsung artists like Gregory Madden of Alger, a quiet and humble man creating a bit of magic in his home studio. We should also note that Gregory does do commission pieces. Besides his growing inventory of his favorite works, he says he's always open to making certain visions others have a reality into pieces of art. With that, Michigan Magazine was on the road again in search of more Michigan magic. From butchers, bakers, candlestick makers, yes, and even Indian chiefs, the tapestry of Michigan citizenry is woven tightly with brightly colored threads of diversity. It truly is a Great Lakes state. The talent and artistry of those that live here is always inspiring. If you know of talent in your neck of the woods, let us know. Until then, keep looking out your own back door and join us online at spiritofmichigan.com.